What's up guys, it's Naya, and today I'm filming my first ever reading vlog. Oh my gosh, this has been one of my most requested videos since I started this channel, and I'm finally just now doing and I do have a bit of a cold right now. So a while ago I asked you guys to give me book recommendations because I just wanted to see like what y'all were reading. I got a bunch of responses and I was like, wait, I could do a video about this. So I'm going to be reading all of your recommendations and some of your favorite books. I immediately hopped on Libby and I downloaded all the books onto my Kindle, which like, isn't it the cutest thing ever? I think this is going to be a spoiler-free reading vlog. I really wanted to read a variety of books for this video, so I picked 5 books that are, I think most of them are all different genres. The first is Turtles All the Way Down. The next one is Shatter Me, Anne of Green Gables, and The Island. I labeled all the books 1 through 5 in that order that I just gave them, and so I'm gonna ask Siri to give me a number between 1 and 5. Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 5. He picked 4, and that is Anne of Green Gables, so that's what we're gonna start with. Alright guys, so I just downloaded it on my Kindle. The cover is adorable. I've had this book on my list since I was in like 3rd grade, literally. When I was younger, I was super obsessed with Little House on the Prairie. I knew that Anne of Green Gables was really similar to that, so I really wanted to read the books. And then when the show came out, Anne with an E, on Netflix, I started watching that and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love this show. But then I found out the books were very, very different, so I didn't know if I was gonna like them as much as I like the show. And then I watched the movies with what's her name? I forgot her name, but the 80s movies. I've only seen the first one and it's one of my favorite movies. I think it's so good. If you don't know what it's about a girl named Anne and she is an orphan, and then these 2 siblings, Matthew and Marilla, they try to adopt a boy, I think, to come work for them on their farm, but then they get Anne instead. I think it takes place in the 1860s to be exact, but don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. We're gonna start chapter 1 and see how far we can get. Okay, so I am 20% of the way through now. So far, it's pretty similar to the show, like the first episode of the show. Everything I've read, I already knew, like, what happened. Also, I think it's kind of interesting to read because in the show, Anne is, like, very energetic and she talks a lot. All of her rambling is, like, pages and pages. And so it's a little bit less fun to read versus watching on a TV show. Like, does that make sense? So I'm currently on chapter 9 and there are 38 chapters, so I have a long way to go. Finally got to the scene where she hits Gilbert with the slate. If you've seen like the movies and also the show, let me know which one you think is better, because I think the movie is better. And I'm so surprised by that because when I first watched Anne with an E, I loved it so much, and still to this day it's one of my favorite shows ever. But the movie, I don't know, something about it was just so warm. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know I did get to that scene. Guys, I just finished Anne of Green Gables. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of skimmed through some of the chapters because I already knew what was gonna happen. Honestly, I think I have myself to blame because I'm literally in the middle of rewatching the show, so everything is so fresh in my mind. It feels like I'm just rewatching it, you know? I don't know, I feel like I just chose the wrong time to start this book, but it was still super cute and I liked it. I was expecting Gilbert to be in the books a little bit more, but at the same time, he wasn't in too much of the first movie either, so I'm not super surprised, I guess. I also really love Matthew. He's probably my favorite. His relationship with Anne, honestly, her relationship with Matthew and Marilla It's just so wholesome, and I really loved Matthew the most. So the final rating for Anne of Green Gables is 3.5. It was good. It didn't amaze me, it didn't blow me away, but it was still really cute, and 9-year-old me would have absolutely loved it. The next book we're gonna read is The Island. So I just read the synopsis, and 5 teenagers, they're all influencers. They basically get invited to go on this trip on an island, and they stay at this really nice hotel. And then once they get there, they realize someone is out to get them, and someone is like taking them out one by one, and they're kind of trying to figure out what's going on, and all that stuff happens. I'm pretty picky when it comes to mysteries because I've read a lot of them. The standards are higher. To make a good mystery, you have to be kind of smart because you can't make it super duper obvious. You have to have some good twists and turns. And also, I just want to preface all of this by saying I literally hate books with open endings, especially mystery books. I cannot stand it. It feels like such a cop-out to me when a writer sets up a super cool mystery and there's all these different elements just to be like at the end, oh, we'll never find out who did it, or oh yeah, we know who did it, but they'll never be able to catch them. That's so annoying to me. But I just wanted to say that because if this book has an open ending, I'm definitely gonna be a little bit upset. Okay guys, so I am still reading. I'm 51% of the way through. I'm on page 162. I feel like I kind of suspect 2 people, and because this is a spoiler-free vlog, I'm not gonna say who. Basically, there's some huge stuff happening right now, and everyone is kind of freaking out, like a lot has gone down, and 2 people, I feel like the reactions to certain things were off to me, and it was written in a way to where I don't think we were supposed to suspect anything from it, but I'm tilting my head at it. Like, it's making me question them. I will say this book is very fast paced. The main mystery plot started like before I was even 10% of the way through. Everything is happening really fast. It feels a little bit rushed. Like, I wanted a little bit more exposition. I think this would be a great book to get you out of a reading slump though. But yeah, it's been really fun so far to read. Another update, literally 2 seconds later, I think I just figured something out. I think. Maybe. I knew it! Guys, it's exactly what I thought it was. But I'm not mad about it. Like, it's kind of... I'm gonna talk to you guys when I'm done with this book because I'm 88% of the way through it. It's been a crazy ride. Like, it's been a wild journey. Y'all, what did I just read? What did I just read? I actually did guess. I guessed who was committing the crimes. I guessed correctly, and I guessed part of the plot like way earlier. I think I was at like the 30% mark, so it wasn't like a crazy twist, but the rest of the story was still like such a wild ride. It didn't feel like scary. It didn't feel like the stakes were super duper high, so I liked that it was just fun. My final rating is 4 stars because it was super good, but I did think some parts were like a little bit too rushed. And then the ending, when I read the last page, I literally was like, what? I said that out loud because I'm just I'm in shock, honestly. I can't believe anything that just happened. That was a really fun read. I had such a good time like trying to guess the twists and turns. Like I said, I am like a harsh critic when it comes to mystery, so it's not a 5-star read for me because I do think it was still too fast paced. Hey, it is currently 1 a.m. Wait, is it 1 a.m.? What time is it? It's 1:54, so it's like 2 a.m. right now. So I decided I want to start Turtles All the Way Down. I read like a short summary, but I didn't get it. I think it wasn't the right summary, so I need to like reread what it's actually about. I will say, I'm not really a John Green fan. I've only read The Fault in Our Stars by him because I feel like everyone has read that book before, and I didn't like it that much, I'm gonna be honest. I felt like it tried too hard to be like quirky and deep. I don't know, if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about, maybe. John Green has a very like specific writing style, and I don't think I'm a fan of it. I've started some of his other books and I didn't really care for them, so I didn't finish them, but maybe I'll like this one because the plot actually sounds interesting. Hi guys. So I have just finished Turtles All the Way Down. Let's start with what I didn't like because I think that's what I can say the easiest. I don't think there's a single teenage character John Green has ever written that actually sounds like a teenager and not Aristotle or like Socrates or something. His whole thing is writing teenage characters that are always having these super deep abstract conversations, and sure, there are people like that, but it doesn't feel very real at all. And I'm not saying that teenagers are, you know, dumb and we don't have like smart thoughts or whatever, but it was just a weird thing. It was almost exhausting reading from Aza's perspective because, without giving too much away, I'll just say like she is a very anxious girl and a lot of her mental health issues stem from that. And so when you're reading, a lot of the chapters and stuff are just her streams of consciousness, and like I don't think I disliked that actually. I think it was kind of a realistic perspective. I just don't like John Green, you guys. I think that's what this is coming down to. I remember like in middle school we studied Looking for Alaska by him, and I felt the same way then. Like I don't know if pretentious is the right word, but that's kind of how I felt about his writing. I just couldn't get into it because I didn't really find it as like mind-blowing as he made it seem. But that's it, you guys. It wasn't that good. I wasn't impressed by this one. I'm so sorry. I think I'm gonna give this book like 2 stars. I think that's the final rating. I wanted to quit through it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about just giving up like halfway through because it was super boring, but I'm glad I made it to the end because there were certain parts that I wanted to see how they would wrap up. Honestly, take my reviews with a grain of salt, okay? If one person thinks it's 5 stars, that's amazing because it's just not for me, and that's okay. The next book we're gonna read is Shatter Me. Hey guys, I am back. It has actually been 2 weeks since the last time I talked to y'all, and I want to talk about what I've read so far with y'all. I liked dystopian when I was younger, more so in like elementary and middle school, because that's what everyone was reading. You know, like you had The Hunger Games, Legend, Divergent. Now I feel like everything has already been done. It's always kind of the same thing. So when I saw one of you guys recommended Shatter Me, I was a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit nervous. And all I knew about this book was Aaron Warner. That is literally all I knew. So currently I am on chapter, I think like 12 or something like that. I'm not super duper far, but my first thought was that no one is who I expected them to be, but I like it so far, which I'm surprised about. I didn't think I was gonna like this book that much. I thought it was gonna be kind of mid, but I'm like enjoying it. I like Juliet a lot. She seems like a pretty good main character. Whoever recommended me this, thank you, because I am pleasantly surprised. I did not think I was gonna like it, but it's looking like maybe a 4-star read. Maybe 5 stars, I don't know. Oh my gosh, hi guys! It has been so long since I have updated y'all in this reading vlog. I just finished reading Shatter Me 5 minutes ago, and y'all, I loved it. Like, this literally took me out of my reading slump. Turtles All the Way Down killed the vibes for me. I absolutely did not want to pick up another book, and I didn't. I have not read in months. That's why it took me so long to get through this, because I would read like one page and then not feel like going on. So I've been sitting here for the last few hours and I literally zoomed through it. I think I finished it in under 3 hours, honestly. I think it's 5 stars. I think I'm gonna have to give this 5 stars. I'm really surprised about it because it's dystopian, and I told y'all that I feel like dystopian, it's sadly like a dying genre. I think that the peak era when we had like Divergent, Hunger Games, all that stuff, it's kind of over. Like, we will never reach that peak again. But this, it reminded me how much I love dystopian books. The characters were all so good. I really liked Juliet. I was worried that she was gonna be too like weak and woe is me, like I'm so little, I'm so weak. I didn't want that. I don't like those vibes. But she, by the end, was like really starting to feel comfortable with her powers and her strength, and I was here for it. I like Adam as well. Kenji is my favorite character. Now let's talk about Aaron, okay? Y'all, I don't like him that much. I was just left with the impression that he's like a little bit psychotic. Just a little bit. I was expecting him to have a different vibe just because of how hyped he is online, but I was not impressed by him at all. But I love like the little group that we have by the end of the book. I love all those characters, and I'm so excited to like keep reading. Like, this book reminded me that I actually do like to read, because lately I'm like, I don't even like to read anymore, but it's because of John Green. Like, he ruined reading for me for a little bit. But I'm back now, and I really want to keep reading the rest of the series. Like, I want to see what's gonna happen to all these people, especially Adam, because I never see anyone online ever talking about Adam Kent, and I don't know why, because I really liked his character. I think it's really cool that we get to finally end this video on a good note, because I did find a 5-star read. Like, that's so crazy. I really did not expect this to be 5 stars. Honestly, I would love a movie for this. I think that'd be so fun. I really miss like older dystopian movies when we had like Divergent, The Hunger Games, of course, Maze Runner. Oh, that was my favorite dystopian book series as a kid. In the movies, Dylan O'Brien, like those movies. And now that I finally finished this video, I feel so motivated to keep posting, get back on my schedule. Like, I'm really excited about it. And let me know what you are currently reading or what your next book is going to be that you pick up. But thank you all so much for sticking with me. I know I haven't been posting. I hope you all are having an amazing day or night. I love you so much. I hope you're all staying very safe and healthy out there, and I hope to see you all in the next vlog. Bye!